Welcome back to So You Really Want to Learn Latin. And today I'm just going to do a second session on the comparison of adjectives. Last time I took you through how they work. We added eor and issimus and everything was going incredibly easily. I did finish up by telling you about the 5 irregular comparatives. So that was bonus, malus, magnus, parvus and multus. If you remember, they've got irregular ones. What I didn't tell you about, and perhaps should have done, is that adjectives that end in er and adjectives that end in ilis behave slightly differently. So if we just very quickly have a little look at those. Adjectives that end in er. Now, an example of that would be tener or pulcher. These are adjectives we've learnt in the past. Tener meaning tender, pulcher meaning beautiful. Now, to form the comparative of these adjectives, no problem at all. We still go to the stem and we add eor, the small donkey. So tener goes tenerior, and pulcher, which remember drops its e, goes pulcrior. Okay, so nothing funny about that. What is funny, however, is that to form the superlative, instead of adding issimus, which I've told you they all do, adjectives in er don't add issimus, they add erimus. Okay, so we get tener, tenerior, tenerimus, and pulcher, pulcrior, pulcherimus. Okay? And then the other little ones to watch out for are adjectives that end in ilis. Now, an adjective like facilis, meaning easy, or difficilis, meaning difficult. Okay, comparatives, no problem there. So, facilis, facilior. Difficilis, difficilior. Similis, similior. Okay, no problems there. It's the superlative. So, facilis, instead of adding issimus, is going to add illimus. So we get facilis, facilior, facillimus. Difficilis, difficult, difficilior, difficillimus. Similis, similis, similior, simillimus. Okay, now, as so often, these are quite easy to recognise when you see it in Latin. You probably wouldn't even kind of blink. You'd just think, oh, difficillimus, I bet that is a superlative. Where it does matter, of course, is if you're trying to translate into Latin. Okay, so what we've learned just now is that everything you've learned so far about the comparison of adjectives still holds. You basically take the adjective stem and add eor to form the comparative and issimus to form the superlative. However, if the adjective starts off life ending in er, like pulcher, it's going to form the comparative in exactly the normal way, but the superlative is going to go erimus. So we get pulcher, pulcrior, pulcherimus. And if it started off life ending in ilis, like similis or difficilis or facilis, comparative will form in the same way, but the superlative will end illimus. So facilis, facilior, facillimus. Okay? And then don't forget we've got the 5 irregulars. Bonus, malus, magnus, parvus, and multus. Okay? Right. That's enough on the comparison of adjectives. Just a little bit of practice. We always like to practice. I'm going to have a little go at something in the book. We are in chapter 6. And so we've got an exercise here, 6.5. Question 1 wants you to give the comparative and superlative of liber. Now, liber looks as if it means a book, but there is an adjective liber. Liber, libera, liberum. And it means free. We get the word liberate, obviously, and liberal. Okay, so comparative and superlative of liber, liberior, liberimus. Okay. Notice how the stem of liber, when it's an adjective, is liber, and when it's a noun, it's libr. So don't confuse liber, libri, a book, with liber, libera, liberum, meaning free. Okay. Number 2, miser, meaning miserable. Okay, miser, misera, miserum. So the comparative, miserior, and the superlative, miserimus. Number 3, they want paribus. Well, paribus we know is one of our irregulars. So paribus, minor, minimus. Number 4, pulcher. Okay, pulcher, pulcra, pulcrum. So the stem is pulcr. So comparative, pulcrior, superlative, pulcherimus. And 5 and 6 are both irregulars. Malus, malus goes peor, pessimus, and magnus goes maior, maximus. Okay, so comparatives and superlatives, we know how to do them when they're regular. We add eor or issimus, and then we've got these sort of irregular formations. Adjectives in er go erimus, adjectives in illis go illimus, and the 5 irregulars, magnus, paribus, bonus, malus, and multus. Okay, and then using them actually in a little phrase. Again, I'm going to be working with an exercise we've got here. I'm actually going to flip it around. So, for example, if you saw orbis maximi. So, orbis is genitive singular of urbs, which is a feminine noun meaning city. So, orbis maximi, of the greatest city. Another one. In flumine altissimo. Okay, in flumine, in the river. And we've got altissimo agreeing with that. Altus means high or deep. We get altitude. So in flumine altissimo, in the deepest river. Okay, another one. Carmina pulcherrima. Right, carmina, from carmen, a song. So this is plural, nominative, vocative, or accusative plural. Carmina. Pulcherrima, most beautiful. So the most beautiful songs. Another one, pericula pessima. Right, pericula, from periculum, a danger. So that's again nominative, vocative, or accusative plural, the dangers. And pessima, worst. So the worst dangers. And then you might have something like militibus audacioribus. Okay, militibus, dative or ablative plural of miles, a soldier. So 2 or 4 the soldiers, and you've got audacioribus. So that's agreeing with it from audax, bold, in the comparative bolder. So 2 or 4 the bolder soldiers. Okay, another one. I'm just working my way through these. I've got to number 6 now, if you were trying to catch me out. Opus difficillimum. Okay, opus means work, and it's a neuter noun. Difficillimum is the superlative of difficilis. So that would be the most difficult work in either the nominative, vocative, or accusative. Or you might have in itineribus facilioribus. So in itineribus, it's now plural, so on the journeys, in itineribus, on the journeys, and facilioribus, more easy. So on the easier journeys. You can have them obviously after prepositions, so you might have post bellum longissimum, post bellum, after the war, longissimum, longest, so after the longest war, or after the very long war. And one more, number 10, ante proilium maximum. Ante proilium maximum, before the greatest battle. Proilium neuter, a battle. Okay, so there we've got comparatives using, some irregulars, some ones in ER or ilis, and some normal ones. Okay. Do have a little go at the exercises in here. It is the best way to force yourself to really check you've mastered this stuff. As I may have said, I'm learning the guitar at the moment, and I've just gone back to the beginning of the course I've been following. Justin Guitar is my hero. If you haven't checked him out, justinguitar.com. But I've gone back to the beginning, and I'm now doing all the exercises he asks me to do, in particular the listening exercises. He plays a chord and you've got to recognise it. So don't forget, do the exercises, it is good for you. And if you need more practice, just drop me a line, I'll see what I can do about it. Okay, nice short lesson there to finish off our work on the comparison of adjectives. See you back here on this channel very soon.